Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's the 1st of May 2024, 10:43 a.m. It's a glorious day outside, absolutely stunning. Hardly any clouds and blue skies and sunshine, happiness for some anyway. Well, we have to manufacture the happiness from deep within our souls sometimes. It is what it is. So Charlie's outside in the garden being Charlie. I was asked her if she wanted to come and make a video with me, but she was busy eating and drinking, so I'll just leave her be, being Charlie, being her own perfect self, living her best life, her version of the psychedelic dreaming, am I right? So, I just thought I'd sneak a video in because I have a debrief this afternoon and I'm actually very tired. I don't feel like doing anything or going anywhere, and I've been a bit ill this week, but it is what it is. I've been eating naughty things and I've kind of got lag. I'm still wrung out from the gastric kind of event that I had on. When did I go out with Jared? I think it was Monday. Yes, it was Monday. So I'm feeling a bit kind of like hungover, really, but not from alcohol consumption, just from life, l'chaim, be in it, just do it, just keep doing it, just carry on, nothing to see here. You have to laugh. Anyway, here is a photo of Alison in Wonderland, and it says, one of my favourite sayings, by the way, being a bit of an occultist, I can't stand ignorant or closed-minded people. I'd rather have a mind opened by wonder than one closed by belief, which is attributed to a Gary Spence. I didn't know that. There you go. That's something new today. I'm pondering if that's even accurate, but anyway. If the internet says so, it must be so, am I right? Anyway, I thought it was maybe Gary Spence was the person that did the artwork. But anyway, it's all very lovely. And if you've lived a life through the looking glass like I have, upside down, inside out, dealing with all sorts of levels of crazy since early infancy, intense abuse, and you now live in a post-COVIDian epoch, which is another inversion and a perversion, then you know why I don't feel well most days, because it's a bit hard to calibrate when the whole world isn't how it really is supposed to be, and it's disturbing to my mind, very disturbing. But I'm in this planet Earth timeline reality with everyone else, so we just have to love each other and keep on moving forward, am I right? So not long ago I wrote, a beautiful day, I woke up at 8 a.m. I have a debrief this afternoon. I feel kinda cursed today, like the shoe is about to fall. Well, in actual fact, it's already fallen. But denial is a long river in Africa, and mamatees are very good at cognitive dissonance, disassociation and denial. It's sometimes nicer to live in my psychedelic dreamers world where everyone is authentic and genuine and truly loving than face the reality that you're being tweaked and played for a bit of a fool, am I right? I know. Like the shoe is about to fall, as it frequently does when I begin to love someone, I must remember my 3-strike rule. I will need to decamp from that shaky caboose and jump free before I get damaged yet again. It's a pity. I have enjoyed the attention and affection so much. 8 months and the love lies fizzling like battery acid on the ground. I mean, it was really platonic love. It wasn't really romantic love. You know, it didn't go into that. I didn't fully go there because it's not cricket when the other party's married, but it was a very soul nourishing, loving thing for 8 months, and now I'm watching the cracks, and it's astonishing, just as astonishing as the declaration of love 8 months ago. So it's hard to quantify what was real and what was not, and whether I am just some kind of fool and or dickhead. But I'm okay. The dance will continue. I dance for me, if not for anyone else, and that's the important thing, is to maintain my stoicism and my dance. 8 months and the love lies fizzling like battery acid on the ground. But I did well this time. I did not fall into the abyss. I knew it was an impossible dream from the beginning, and I saw through the mirage. I will continue to nurture the friendship until that too dries up like sea foam on a deserted island beach. I will move forward gingerly and cautiously, courageous as ever. A true love will find me and will choose me one day. It's only a matter of time. Maybe not, but I'm okay. I am okay. I haven't been well, and when I get unwell, I see things sometimes with a kind of a horrific clarity, and it's painful, but maybe that level of vulnerability gives me a kind of an extra bit of insight and gift when I can see how things are just not quite right, just not quite copacetic, not quite gelling. 1st of May 2023. I posted a video on YouTube, so I don't know what that video was, but it'll be one of mine. Quiet day, sunny, a strong breeze, peaceful. Might put the window here, actually. Speaking of breezes. Peaceful. I washed my hair and showered, then with much enticement, cajoling, begging and bribing with a schmacko, gave Beauregard of the very strong will a bath too. He didn't mind once he was in the laundry tub. I feel exhausted still, awaiting my pension going in overnight so I can stretch my meagre finances another 2 weeks. I feel like a ribbon being trailed across the sky, chasing my dreams, but only in 2 weekly increments. It would be nice if I actually got paid for my various talents and constant work as well. This is the problem when you lose all the time and you constantly struggle and feel like a loser, then how can you even dream of real love? It's a fool's gold. It's a pipe dream. It's a mirage. It just disappears like vapor in front of your eyes. I'm still amused by the younger Aboriginal man I met on Friday night who gave me $30 and said it was mere change as he earns $4,000 a week. Almost a tad insulting, like I am a fucking charity case. But I eventually accepted it graciously and bought myself and my friend Jo a drink. Well, she only wanted water, which was odd. Anyway, she was just as wary as I was, I guess. I was seriously broke and had actually put a prayer up that I get money soon, laughing my ass off. My angels, with their quirky sense of humour and cosmic timing, only just barely giving me enough to get by on, and always from unusual sources or in unexpected ways. Send plenty of money to me now, with harm to none, and competition with or from none, I scream internally. Here was my answer. Oh, and I am quite concerned that when I sat with the younger man, who was very sweet, attentive and affectionate, as well as generous, I observed the regulars getting increasingly distressed that I had a suitor. Frank even stood in front of me on the dance floor. Actually, no, his name wasn't Frank. I got that wrong. I need to change that. His name was Steve, some vile creature. Frank was actually quite a nice man, although he was quite seriously mentally unwell, but he'd never done me any harm. I don't know why I mixed up their names, actually. Anyway, Steve even stood in front of me on the dance floor with his funny, astigmatic, squinty eyes, making childish, impish faces at me and pointing and laughing at me, as though I'm not allowed to make friends or take on potential lovers, as though I am the casino mascot and their property. I stared him down like the worm he was behaving like. I have never even had a conversation with him or engaged with him, ever. So how dare he try to mock and deride me when a man shows interest in me? Or perhaps he is a racist. Whatever. He soon slithered away after I gifted him my onerous, withering death stare. But it made me ponder. Is that why things turned sour and unravelled with Dave so suddenly years ago? Did they worm-tongue him or turn him savage against me? And curious minds might want to know if the same thing's happening with my current friend, that things are just turning a little bit weird lately, since my birthday actually. So again, probably worm-tonguing someone, being vicious or controlling or abusive. Well, the truth will always out, my darlings. It always comes out. So they sabotage more potential male friends and or lovers than even I had realised. If so, it's particularly evil and disgusting, as I am more than capable of sabotaging all by my little old self. I don't need their malevolent interventions. In future, I will be taking particular notice of whom is actively expressing genuine, sadistic enmity, like Steve of the crossed eyes, for fuck's sake. Let me just go to quick edit, and I'll just quickly fix that, because, I can't have misinformation or mistakes on my own page. I mean, it's just embarrassing people. Anyway, it's not like I'll ever run into that creature ever again. It doesn't matter that I called him by another name, but the truth must remain the truth no matter what. Oh, I keep forgetting that the keyboard on my laptop doesn't work. Right, here we go. Let's just bear with me just a little bit. I know I'm annoying. I know. Steve even stood in front of me, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Making, There was another thing I wanted to edit. I actually edited it and reading it to you. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh dear goddess. Anyway, Steve. And it's funny how I often get bullied by people with astigmatisms in their eyes, or something wrong with their eye. My half-sister, Sarah Burt, Dave Charles, the Steve creature. It's a bit of a pattern there, isn't it? First of May 2022. I had intensely beautiful dreams this morning. I was walking through a riverbed with large, smoothed down rocks and tinkling streams. There were pools of clear water. Clear water is always a good omen. I was walking with Crystal. We clambered up higher over the rocks, enjoying the serenity and beauty and the fresh, clear air and water, positive ion exchanges. We came upon several baby snakes. I said, "Oh shit, their mother will be nearby." I glanced to the right and saw the distinct markings of a large adult snake coiled under the ledge of one of the rocks. The markings were black and white and very geometric. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but my psychedelic dreaming mind is very creative, so perhaps the markings were made up by my dying cyanotic brain, hence the dreaming of fresh air and crystal clear waters. So we moved back downstream. We came upon a litter of kittens with their mother. Me being me, an insane cat person, wanted to rescue the kittens, but Crystal said to leave them with their mother. We returned home to her apartment, which I did not recognise. I have never been to her apartment in real life, but this one was bigger than her current one anyway. A dog appeared almost out of nowhere. It looked like a largish dog, but had a wiry body like a Rhodesian Ridgeback. I said, "Hey, you got yourself a dog?" She replied, "I don't have a dog, Mum." The dog smiled up at me and lay down at my feet under the table. I said, "Well, who is this then?" She looked in amazement. "Where did he come from?" There were other aspects of the dream that I can't quite remember, but the mood was light and airy, and the snakes represent sexuality, so that will be burgeoning with all the baby snakes. Indeed it did, within about a year. There was lots of attentions from men, all platonic and sweet, but some, if I'd given them the, come hither, let's go babies, would have taken the invitation. Am I right? Uncoiling my kundalini that I had to repress for the past 8-ish years, because of false, callow men. The dog appearing out of nowhere but in my daughter's home represents loyalty and companionship. Sitting at my feet will need my approval and acceptance or grace. The kittens again, awakening spirituality and powerful little spirits coming into their fullness of growth. I do love cats, but I won't be bringing any new ones into my life unless Australia adopts me, as I am not over the immense grief of losing my last 3 much beloved cats in the past few years. Also, I fear them getting sick, as vets are mostly psychopathic death cult zombies these days. So I was relieved to meet the last one, who was French and very kind, when Beauregard the deer had his little unpleasant and painful anal gland issue. Gods forbid we have any more sickness, as I shall return to that vet, as good vets who are actually human are rare these days. See also doctors. I did take Beauregard back to him when his penis got stuck outside of his body because he was rogering the teddy bear and the nylon made his penis very sore and he couldn't retract it. But I was so embarrassed from that I didn't take him back when he was actually dying. And you know what? I should have. That French vet was a kinder person than those fucking filthy animals I dealt with at the Animal Welfare League. But it is what it is. It's done. It's destiny. It's fate. It's done now. Nothing I can do about it but grieve and move on. 1st of May 2021. Smoochy girl this afternoon. It was too rainy and cold to leave her outside all day. She is happy to be warm and snuggled inside the house, but out of her cage with her crazy but delightful Mama T. I am receiving lots of gentle nibbles, which are idiosyncratic Charlie kisses. And here she is, my little girl. The next gathering of we extraordinary ones will be at Point Halloran Beach, Victoria Point, on 8th of May 2021 from 3 to 5 p.m. Topic will be ghosts, be there or be square. Note, there is nothing wrong with being square or a square peg in the wrong hole. Not fitting in can sometimes be our greatest triumph. Once we learn to manage adversity and the perverse ideologies of our modern epoch, life is beautiful. Be in it. This life or the next is all we have in the eternal now. The ancestors remind us that we are composites of all lives we have lived or experienced. They ask us to maintain our spiritual integrity and to know that at all times, in all dreams, in all our activities, we are always fractalized expressions of the One, meaning the Holy One, Creator, whatever you want to call that energy. Bring a blanket or chair to sit on. Bring an offering for the Fae or the ancestors. As we are near the sea this time, a reminder, only coral, shell or gold bead offerings. Milk offerings pollute the waters and often the water nymphs, only landlubber spirits like the milk offerings. Aye, me hearties, perhaps if we see with our pineal gland and without the distortions of our limited human eyes, we might see a mermaid. Oh, for the love of God. Perhaps a $5 donation is appreciated. If you can't bring money, then bring your own light, your love, your truth, and your peace, i.e., a positive attitude. See you on Saturday. Much love from me and the multiverses, Tanya Aarons. So as per usual, only my two best friends showed up. And so we just sat and did our thing, but I was hoping to form a spiritual circle where we could discuss, topics on the paranormal. Socks has indulged in some serious acting out. I've had to wash 4 cushions and cushion covers and enzyme spritz my leather bench seat. Why is he doing this, naughty boy? I guess he's getting older and a bit senile. I hope he settles himself back down soon. No, he died not fucking long after, for the love of all the gods. Here I wrote, he's purring contentedly. And another of my beautiful soul friends, greatly missed. "1:14 a.m. I had a lovely day. It was wonderful to see Sally and Rachel after so long. I managed to get a lot done today, mopped the floors, changed my bedding. So delicious to sink into bed with clean sheets. Did washing, worked on a new bracelet, finished my snake bracelet off. It needs a few modifications still, but it's looking better now that I swapped the chain over and gave it. Oh, for the love of all the gods. Let me just... Oh, should be able to edit then. And gave it larger eyes. Where are we? Right. G. And swapped the. T-H-E. Space. Right, that's better. Time to schluff. Lila Tov, good night. 1st of May 2019. I lost it. Socks is not happy about the close proximity of Beauregard, but we are having a bit of a snuggle anyway. You kind of have to laugh. This is Socks when he's not happy, aka pissed off. He really was a beautiful cat. I don't know what happened here, just all flew away. 1st of May 2017, watered the back garden, now exhausted, might need to lie down. Charlie is outside singing. I listened to Alan Watts's lecture that Julie Goddard posted while watering with my iPhone tucked in my bra. Wonderful. I love these synchronous reminders from the universe. To sum up, nothing really matters. We are not our body. We are not our time or egoic minds. We are manifestations of superconsciousness and function with or without our conscious awareness. Our bodies are autonomous and automatic flowing rhythms and flow, not human time constructs. I may get older, if I am lucky, or I might die, but I will be back in another form and another experience. So much for nirvana, although if I have learned my karmic lessons, I might just get to merge or emerge. Life is good only because it is in the eternal now and it is our teacher. Death is good only as it is an end to suffering in one form and the birthing of another form, a doorway into the next paradigm. The wheel turns with or without our human awareness. Oh, and one I like, having money is not necessarily wealth, but better than starvation, privation, official schnorring. But true wealth comes to me in the forms of love, light, and without harming myself or others, without resentment, envy, betrayals or sabotage, which were the means by which I lost my perceived wealth before, because humans are greedy, salacious cunts, yeah? Those people thought they stole my life out from under me, but all they got was money, houses, valuables. They can never have my most precious jewel, my heart, my intrinsic, intricate mind, or my soul. My true wealth is a sunny day, laughter of birds and animals, gentle tinkling water, true loves, and wisdom of the wise ones, and a few clowns. It is a glorious day. Magic happens. Lovely morning full of beauty and delights, enough to spur us on in the spurious evil world that goodness, love, truth and beauty will always triumph over the darkness of our times. 1st of May 2016. Only 4 hours sleep this morning, but so far have enjoyed a quiet day. Now watching Woman in Gold on Stan. It's about the painting of Adele by Klimt. I adore his paintings. Flying free, rising above the bullshit, soaring over the mountains, catching the mistrals and scenting the air for sweetness, and flying down to the sea. They say dogs are like their owners. Well, tonight I have dealt with Bobo several times in his resilience and determination to chew a knitted top that I have taken from him. He never quits when he wants something, almost obsessive-compulsive with the impulsivity of a puppy. I've often observed his great sense of humour and his feisty, cantankerous growling, which is his way of communicating rebellion or disgust with Mama. He is friendly and outgoing, inquisitive, persistent, stubborn, frightening in his fury. If I dare even attempt to clip his nails, I see myself there when I get triggered by attackers. He is cheeky, brash, and obnoxious, depending on the situation in varying degrees. The hens would consider him a serial pest, an attempted murderer. The cats, frankly, are over him and don't give a damn. But he is amusing how he seeks their approval, lying beside them, yipping expectantly like they should just put up with his demands, reminding me of the creepy, loathsome, drunk, male serial pests last night at the casino. Wouldn't take no for an answer. The security was slack and could see I was losing my cool, yet did nothing. Another potentially toxic situation that was diffused by my women friends who picked up on my distressed fury. So I find it a bit fucking weird that, my friend Scott wants me to go back there actually. It's like, it's almost sadistic. But anyway, I may go back one day just out of curiosity, just walk through, buy a drink, and walk the fuck out again. But I've got no real interest in going back there. It doesn't spark joy. Does not spark joy, people. The rest of the night ended up awesome after the two predators left the building, but I tire of having to defend and or protect myself constantly. Anyway, back to my dog. He is a funny little guy, quite the comic. He just pushed my large velvet cushion off the couch so he could curl up in the corner. Smart lad, bratty, smart dog. He likes his creature comforts. Vikings suffered from persistent internal parasites, which appear to have caused genetic changes, making them their descendants more vulnerable to emphysema. It's quite astonishing. Here's a photo of the particular bacteria that influenced my ancestral genetics. My Viking ancestors on my father's side, by the way. Don't know if they're on my maternal line as well, probably. And the Polish ancestry, if you go far back enough, it's possible. But anyway, here I write, this probably was an answer to a meme that I didn't post with it, or it got deleted or some shit. I stand up for myself and all women in the fight against delegitimization, rape, torture, degradation, abuses of women and girls. Our bodies equals our choices, hearts and minds. So happy in spite of my post-dancing IBS purge. So tired but too wired to sleep. So today is going to be a lazy, hazy, movie-watching day with snoozes if they occur. Something powerful has happened or is happening to me, like a shift or breakthrough. Feeling such overwhelming love and excitement, euphoria, coming into perfect alignment, something I have been praying for a certain person external to me, unreachable. All this time, it was myself, that core protected and defended, nurtured and supported, loved, by something greater than mere mortal experience, chosen and tested and trusted. I had an awesome night last night. Some switch went off in my mind, body, spirit, and I just soared and swayed and spellbound myself into bliss. I hung out with Barry, Nanette and Peter at the end of the night. I dropped them home and had a cup of tea with them. It was a nice way to finish off the night, even though we were exhausted. Barry was very sweet and spoilt me with little casino chocolates, then bought me milk, bread and chocolate donut balls. Must have been because I had to stop for petrol. Then jelly beans at his place. Sugar is what I needed after all that solid, insane exercise. Thanks, Bazza. Barry was this elderly man who was a regular at the casino. Used to dance with him frequently. He was a lovely man. He was a New Zealander too. Then I came home, had a hot Epsom salt bath and hit the hay. Bobo climbed on the bed and snuggled for a while, but then he had to be a puppy, chasing Mushu around the house and under my bed. So 4 hours sleep and here I am, awake. It's going to be a sleepy day. My feet are sore, but my heart is full. And my friend Catherine Holdsworth wrote, sounds like it was a great night. She used to dance with me regularly at the Live Wire Bar too. Before COVID came, and then she stopped dancing there, and I don't know why actually. I mean, I was mandated out for 6 months, but after it was all over and I went back, she didn't come back. So anyway, I've left there too now after their constant fucking systemic abuse, because fuck that shit, seriously. Me, I'm not sure how, as I was in a state of fury at some young guy that harassed me, also another older guy. I actually yelled at the top of my voice, which is unusual for me to really lose my temper like that in public. Don't like losing my cool in public, because I grew up with maniacs and I know how awful that is. But then I kept dancing, and after a while the fury subsided and this beautiful peace fueled me instead, almost like something spiritual came to protect me actually, because it was such a kind of weird euphoria after losing my cool like that. It was odd, but that often used to happen in that space, too often. The man I love with all my heart, Jesus, well anyway, have to adhere to my truth, showed up to watch me with one of the trashy pieces from the pub. But instead of feeling hurt and devastated, I was just so happy, as all he can do is love me from afar and play his little avoidant game, but I know more than he. We love each other. Ha ha. I don't think so. I really don't. But I did think that back then. If someone constantly comes to look for you at a venue where they know you're dancing, you can easily be beguiled into thinking it's motivated by love. Fool that I am. So I went and got a drink, and one of my women friends came and ordered at the bar, and she had, I need to fix that. She had just broke up with her man, but she was reveling joyously, and I was like, yeah, baby. Let me just put a comma there. Proud of her strength. Then my friend Roy showed up, and he is such a gentle man and has always treated me with kindness and respect in a gallant manner. So we danced. He has his own weird style of dancing like me. So we kind of complement each other. He was happy and I was happy, and we just were lost in that moment. No, I'm going to change that to were just. We were just lost in that moment. Yeah, that sounds better. Better grammar. Then hours later, I was still dancing with Barry, Peter, and Nanette. I don't know, but tonight, this past week even, I have felt beautiful, empowered, happy, and so loved, like out of nowhere, like a bolt of lightning. The energy in my ears is still high, so perhaps Spirit, or the angels, or God, him or herself, is healing me in a profound way. Wow, keeping me alive with my purple lips and my weird bladder and my kintsugi'd heart, am I right? It's kind of like being tortured in a way, but it is what it is. I feel so blessed to be alive right now, even in my solitude. It is a breakthrough, I feel. Now, tomorrow, I could crash and burn, part of being an end-stage trauma survivor. But for now, amazing, awesome feeling, so much love. It's amazing these little mistakes I find along the way. So much love building like lava into cold Antarctic. Oh, well, then it wouldn't be building, would it? Flowing like lava into cold Antarctic streams. Something new being born after so many decades of suffering. An island in the stream, a psychedelic dreamer's dream, and the hope and promise of life fulfilled, healed, and delightful. I sort of look like a female Vincent Price in this photo, but somehow oddly pretty. I kind of have to laugh. I kind of have to laugh at myself anyway. It's a great gift when you can laugh at yourself. Ha ha, the bag behind my head is my tallet bag from when I used to go to shul as a Reformed Jew. I embroidered the tapestry myself during a mini tornado on holiday in Hervey Bay in 1992, which was a tad bloody terrifying, by the way. Like all significant events, milestones in my life, going large, out there, in your face, tempestuous. Like Lucy told me early Saturday morning when I went to her rescue to get petrol for her car at 5 a.m. Auntie, you have always been a colourful, confident, larger than life, out there sort of person. I demurred. I was very quiet and withdrawn as a child. Maybe, she said, but you always had a big personality, a big spirit. So strange to hear such wisdom from one so young, my little kindred spirit in trauma and suffering, growing up wise and so beautiful at 31, coming into her own. So good to see her evolve, so good to be loved and respected and admired by those who truly see me, heartfelt, strong. My guy. My guy is gone now. No one will love me as much as my guy and my cats and Charlie outside does. No one. It's not possible. This is when I still had my mother's couch. 2016 it is. Far out. It was a lovely couch in a way, but when I got rid of it, ooh, the energy was like whoosh. And it must have been my mother's spirit. There was poltergeist activity for about a week after, really throwing a fucking tantrum because the couch was gone. It's kind of weird. I wonder what she'd do if I got rid of the Ladro. Anyway, I said, I love you, my beautiful boy. So he gave me this really weird, disbelieving look, then kissed me. Ha ha, life as a dog god. Wow. First of May 2015. It's just a photo of my kitchen. I'm not sure why I felt that was important, but if it was important enough to post on Vocal Media, it can just bloody well be up here as well. And here's the lovely Delft numbers for my house that Jared brought back from Amsterdam. I finally hung up the beautiful Delft numbers. Little Dutch house in Holland Park. Isn't that weird? Here's my little Mushu. He's very sweet, my little Mushki. Crawled inside one of those cooler bags from Aldi. I got rid of those ugly frickin' chairs too. Oh, that was so good to let them go. My goddess. For the first time in a while, she was truly happy. Then she remembered she was drunk. It's just a silly meme, but sometimes that's how people tap into their happiness, by getting drunk, am I right? Happiness must be manufactured from deep within your soul, people, so you can tap into it anytime you like with a happy memory or something that amuses you, hopefully something kind, not debasing and sadistic and dehumanizing, you know, some sweet happy memory. Otherwise, it goes like this. It's been lovely, but I have to scream now. It's a bit like that, isn't it? When people try to humiliate you, put you down, make you feel like your love is not worthy or not wanted, or that you don't have a right to exist. It's happened to me many times. Hence the banshee screaming that happens from time to time. Because don't repress yourself, express yourself. Even Madonna knew about that. It is what it is, people of Earth. Hence my journal entries that I share with you on YouTube for that very reason. Thank you, God and Queensland Government, for giving me this house to live in on a hill, so in wild weather I get very little flooding. I am also a few streets away from the main road, so it is peaceful and quiet here, except when the garbage man comes past, but it's a necessary evil. The garden will love this water, and soon everything will be blossoming abundantly. The only awful thing will be my lawns, which are already overgrown, as my mower man didn't come this week with all the rain. At any rate, I'm lucky to have a dry house and a beautiful bed to lie in. My thoughts are with my homeless friends. I hope they found somewhere safe and dry out of this deluge. Wild weather makes psychedelic dreamer wild. I woke up at 5 p.m. to an epic deluge. It feels so good. I would be at the casino tonight, except I worry about traffic and flooded waters or accidents. Damn. Another night in bed won't hurt me. Still got pain in my left leg where I stretched the tendon behind my knee. My spirit is champing at the bit to run free, which means dance, but my body is weak. Ho-hum, 4:12 a.m, still awake, blech. 1st of May 2014, Crystal drove me to QE2, now sitting waiting to be taken in for the procedure. Home with Crystal. I have a small hiatus hernia. Glad to know what was causing the belching at night. Jesus. Nothing was done about it either, by the way. Anyway, surgeries are dangerous for me, so I soldier on, regardless. Just need to cut out, well, it's partially self-inflicted. Just need to cut out cheese, wine, chocolate, never but can cut back. Caffeine and alcohol, don't really drink wine very often, but all the rest are self-inflicted, self-harming behaviours, really. Caffeine is worst, the doctor said. Bummer. We'll have to drink decaffeinated tea, which tastes bland. Anyway, I have to cut back on tea because it's messing with my bladder as well. So I've had 2 cups of tea this morning, and I went to make a third because I'm just really thirsty lately from this. I think it's the medication. Its side effects cause dry mouth and constipation. And well, I haven't really had constipation, but I've got this constant thirst and kind of dryness. It's not pleasant, people. What do you do? Things we take, poison ourselves to stay alive so that it blows out something else in the body, am I right? I'm kind of done, to be honest. Just done. But anyway, here we are, soldiering on. Another day with blue skies. Autumn day. life can still be beautiful, even though I'm done with my dry mouth and my kintsugi'd heart and my exhaustion. I just have to keep living and keep loving and keep manufacturing happiness from deep down inside me like an ever cascading fountain, and never let the bastards grind me down. 1st of May 2013. Looking forward to meeting new people and possible new loves. I really liked the guy from last week, but it would seem the feeling was not mutual. Oh well, life goes on. I have been sleeping and relaxing at home. Crystal is starting her own business, Clown Play, which will provide children's and adult entertainment in clown and later also plays. Awesome. I am so proud of her. But anyway, she folded that business. She said working in her clown characters was too depressing for her. So it is what it is. I think I posted that photo yesterday, but I don't know. Seems to have come up a bit better today. Back in 2013. Oh well. It is what it is, people. Freak. A person who is envied because they are a fabulously unique individual that can kick ass but has no need or desire to follow the flock. Amen, sister. Amen to that. 1st of May 2012. It's 1:14 a.m. I've had a lovely happy day. Sunshine after all that horrid rain helped. Also, Peter fixing my computer issues. That would be my friend Lynn Sloan's husband, Peter Sloan. So I have a working mic and cam, so my Paltalkian experience is enriched after 6 years of mad typing because I couldn't talk, haha. From the comments section, my friend Regina Burton wrote, "Now you'll have a problem with that Kiwi accent of yours, lol." I replied, "Yes, my Canadian friend got rather a surprise when he finally heard my voice. He said he had never thought I would speak with an accent." It's hilarious. I had lots and lots of encouragement to key up and talk on mic, as typing rapidly my usual wisecracks has become second nature. So my Paltalkian friends threatened to superglue my fingers together and made me talk. Now they have created a monster. I can't shut up, lol. 1st of May 2011. Today was Yom HaShoah. That's Holocaust Remembrance Day. I spent the entire day sleeping until 4 p.m. Let us never forget the martyrs and slain of the Shoah, nor the other 7 million people who died at the hands of the Nazis and their collaborators during one of the most evil periods of the 20th century. Let us not forget our current epoch too, the democide that's going on in the 21st century. History repeating, people of Earth. History fucking repeating. Here I post an article, it was a video, German mother, Jewish son, by jewishmom.com. An inspiring and beautiful, heartfelt story, one I can identify with completely. And thus concludes today's readings of Even Date. Hope you found something interesting or soul nourishing in amongst all of that. And I'm going to go out and enjoy my beautiful day with my beautiful bird until it's time to go and have my 2 weekly debrief with my psychiatrist. And I owe him an apology actually about my acting out last fortnight. It was a bit weird even by my standards, but I guess when you're floating down, spiraling down into the rabbit hole, the abyss, it's probably quite insightful for me to recognise that I was going downwards and scrabbling to get a grip on reality as I float down into yet another fucking hell loop. But here we are. It's a beautiful day and I am loved, even if only by the gods and a few good friends and my doctor and my bird, and I'm content with that. Not all is lost. I just need to rest more and heal my body, mind and spirit and try and recalibrate some other kind of future for myself, which, by the way, as always takes me by surprise and sometimes quite magical, often gifted by the gods. They show me quite distinctly who is true and caring and genuine and who is not, and it's painful at times, but it's part of the process of figuring out where I fit on this planet, and which relationships are authentic and meant to be for me. It's just a fact of life. Anyway, much love to you all. Have a beautiful day, and God and Goddess bless in the space-time continuum. And remember, as always, love is the law, magic happens. Never give up on love. It's like my cascading fountain of happiness that I can dig deep and pull out like a rabbit out of a hat. Let the love that you feel for people, even if it's not quite requited or a bit of an illusion, played a bit false, let it nourish and enrich you anyway, because you are the love that you need and it's all inside you. Don't worry about the external mirages and false people, sometimes delusional fantasies or people playing you for a bit of a dick. That's their dreaming, and they have to live with the consequences of their actions. You just go on and be happy and love for the sake of love alone has its own gnosis. It's what made you, your soul that was gifted you. It's what drives you, and it's the only thing you will take with you when you leave planet Earth and transition to another dimension or space and time. The love that you poured into people quite willingly and joyfully. No regrets, none whatsoever. Je ne regrette rien. Bye for now, my darlings.